So hello my dear friends, welcome back. Welcome to your channel Cooking Astrology. First of all, I would like to thank all of you for subscribing my channel and liking videos. Thanks a lot. So I hope you are enjoying the videos of Mahadasha transition in Vedic Astrology. And in this particular video, we will try to understand one of the most important Vimshottari Mahadasha transitions, and that is from Ketu Mahadasha to Venus Mahadasha. Now, first of all, Ketu is a 7 years long period, and as soon as you are transferring from the Saturn Mahadasha to the next 20 years long period of Venus Mahadasha, so what are the kind of positive, negative and karmic results that you can expect during this transition? We will first of all try to understand in this particular video. Also, I request you to please watch this video till end so that you can gain the maximum benefit out of this particular video. Now, most of the time, in 80% of the charts, I will tell you, Ketu Dasha is going to be a very awakened Dasha, where these individuals actually have the capacity to experience lot of self-awakening, or Ketu Dasha actually have the capacity to become or create more self-awareness inside the individual's life. Even most of the time, depending over the placement of Ketu in your astrological chart, this is also the period where the karmic resolutions are going to be happening in your own life. Because if you look originally, Ketu is the co-ruler of the sign of Scorpio, and that Scorpio represents the transformative energy. So it means this complete Ketu Mahadasha, it's going to be bringing lot of transformations into your own life. Most of the time, these transformations are not going to be very easy, because Ketu in very general sense also represents the sense of detachment. So here what will happen, you are going to be getting detached from most of the things, or it's like that you are going to be losing interest in the personal, professional, even in the career, family and other areas at the same time. But as soon as this Ketu Dasha is ending and then you are approaching towards this Venus Mahadasha, which is going to be a pretty long, 20 years long period in front of you, the very first thing which you people experience is the sense of engagement inside you. Because Venus actually have the capacity to create that strong sense of engagement. Even most of the charts from Ketu to Venus transition, the very best way to experience its positive result is to have some sort of traveling during that time frame. Like suppose your Dasha transition is happening on maybe 25th of June 2026. So that specific date is very important when this transition is happening, because that specific date actually have the capacity to have a lot of urja or energy. So on that specific date, if you will be able to travel, any spiritual travel or any sort of movement, that actually have the capacity to welcome the Venus Dasha in the much positive manner. In most of the charts, whenever individuals are going from the retrograde planet Mahadasha to the normal planet, because Rahu and Ketu axis, they are always retrograde, and it depends whether your Venus is direct or it's also retrograde. But whenever you are transferring or shifting from the retrogression of any planet like Ketu retrogression to the even normal Venus also, the time span is going to be a bit longer. It's not like that suppose your Dasha transition is happening on this specific date, so on immediately on that date onwards you are going to be receiving the results of the Venus. It's not like that. Retrogression Dashas usually tend to take 3 to 4 or 6 month time frame in order for you to completely get out of your Ketu and then start experiencing the results of the Venus also. In most of the charts, specifically your birthday, okay, your birth date at the time you were born specifically. So your next birthday is going to be creating a more significant changes, which you can also see in the brush shuffle or the yearly chart at the same time. So that actually have the capacity to help you to understand what Venus Dasha is bringing into my own life. Now, the very first thing I told you, Venus Dasha is going to be a pretty engaging Dasha in front of you. Second important point, you can split this Venus Dasha in the 10 years plus 10 years time frame actually, okay. I have already made many videos over the Vimshottari Mahadasha and the kind of results which you experience in the Venus, but simply split it to the 10 and the 10. Now, in most of the charts, in my personal experience, I have seen the first 10 years are going to be little bit difficult, whereas the rest 10 years of Venus is going to be exceptionally powerful into many people chart. Now it also depends over the significance of this Venus in your own astrological chart, depending over the dignity and the strength. And the very key point which you need to be paying more attention is look specifically the element of Venus and Ketu, because element is going to play a very significant role in order to understand the Mahadasha transition or Dasha Sandhi in the more positive manner. Now there are basically 4 elements in Vedic astrology, and all the zodiac signs fall in this 4 categories. Okay, so there are fire elements or fire zodiac signs like Sagittarius, Leo, Aries, and there are earth elements also, water elements also, even air element like Libra, Aquarius, Gemini. So first of all, pay attention towards the element of both of these grahas, like in which element your Ketu is and in which element your Venus is. Now for example, if the element is same, like Ketu element is earth element Taurus and Venus may be Capricorn. So if the element of the both Mahadasha lords or the transition is going to be same, it's going to be help you to maintain continuity actually. Okay, so it's not going to be bringing much changes into your own life. But if the element of the dasha is differing, for example Ketu is in water and now Venus is in the Agni, fire. So what will happen as soon as you are entering from the water mean you have seen lot of spirituality, emotional ups and downs in this Ketu actually. But now you are entering into the Agni, the element of Agni, because suppose Venus is in Aries or maybe Leo, Sagittarius. So naturally when you enter into different element, fire element is going to be bringing lot of enthusiasm inside you. So it's like that you want to do something betterment for the society. Most of the time your purpose of the life is also going to be linked with the Venus Mahadasha. If it is forming conjunction with your ascendant lord, if it is sitting in the first house or in the prominent houses, even 8th house, 5th house and trine houses also. So this dasha is going to be giving you a lot of purpose. In the similar manner, try to study other transitions also. Like water I told you is element of spirituality. Fire element, it's more energy, enthusiasm, want to do something, achieve many things in the life. So fire will going to create more energy and enthusiasm inside you. Okay, in the similar manner, suppose it's earth element, your Venus is in Capricorn. Earth element usually going to take you more into the side of the materialism actually. This is going to be one of the most remarkable shifts which you are going to be experiencing. Now in most of the charts I have also seen Ketu is again in earth and Venus in the earth element. So earth to earth transition basically is like that you are going to be maintaining continuity into the Venus also. But Venus actually has the capacity to rise you much higher from the monetary standpoint of view into your own life. If Venus is in the transferring into the air element, like suppose your Venus in Libra, Gemini or maybe Aquarius. So the very first thing, it's going to be creating difficulty in relationships actually. Because Venus in Vedic astrology, it's a Karak Graha or significator of relationships. So when the detachment planet, the Ketu, it means like you have experienced a deep emotional detachment. So Venus going in these element of the even fire also, air also, will going to create a lot of desires inside the person. Or it's like that it's creating longings inside you. I want to get engaged with some new relationship. It doesn't matter whether you are going to be married by that time or even if you are not married. Venus Dasha is going to be bringing some sense of change inside the person, where person want to experience the relationships from the different perspective. And that is where if it is in the fire, even in the air element, so that deep desire or personal longings are going to be there. Like individuals want to connect with the other person on the more deeper level. I have seen many people where their divorces have happened in the beginning stages of their own life, maybe in the Ketu or maybe in the Mercury or any other dasha. But as soon as you are hitting into the Venus Mahadasha, it's very difficult for you to first of all stay alone actually. Because Venus and Mercury, these both Vimshotri Mahadashas, they are going to be pretty engaging Mahadashas of your entire life. Okay, so these two dashas will always going to create engagement. Most of the time Venus certain placements can also going to be creating foreign travel into your own life. because Venus is also the planet of pleasures actually. So Venus want to actually experience the pleasures of the life through traveling, eating food, meeting with foreigners, foreign people and foreign culture at the same time. That is also the reason why in most of the individuals' charts, this 20 years long period of Venus, it's like that you are seeing two lives in this single life actually. Because Venus Dasha is going to be, I told you, it's a split, break it into 10 to 10 plus, okay. It's one of the biggest Mahadashas in Vedic Astrology, 20 years, then is the Saturn 19 years. But the Venus, that 20-year long period, you can split it to the 10 and 10. Most of the time I have seen, and it's my personal experience, although it depends over many factors, first 10 years are going to be sometime very good. So the next 10 years are going to be very challenging. But if the initial half, you have faced a lot of challenges, then the next 10 years of Venus is going to be pretty well versed. Even the individuals that were specifically born in Venus Dasha, so you are going to be blessed with the silver spoon in your mouth. Even Venus placement in the monetary houses and you are going into the Venus Dasha, this actually have the capacity to help you fulfill all the materialistic desires that are going to be present inside you. The only time I will tell you the Venus Dasha is going to be giving the worst case scenario if Venus is forming malefic association with more than 2 grahas. For example, your Venus is forming connection with Mars and Saturn, or Venus is forming connection with Saturn or Mars is aspecting. So what will happen, or Venus is with planet Sun and then Saturn is aspecting. So whenever this Venus is forming the two negative association, maybe by conjunction or by aspect, this is that time frame where the Venus Dasha is going to be becoming more challenging and more karmic. But even if it is debilitated in Virgo sitting alone, it's going to be a good Dasha for you. So just pay attention towards, first of all, the malefic association which is surrounding the Venus. Secondly, most important point, the Venus is the sole significant of the D9 chart. So it's very, very important for you to check the dignity of Venus in the D9 chart. Even the Bhav Chalit chart also. In the previous Mahadasha transitions videos also I have emphasized more over the Bhava Chalit chart at the same time, because many a time suppose your Venus is posited into the 4th house and in the Bhava Chalit chart it's shifting into the 5th house. So Venus Dasha is going to be giving not only the result of 4th but also the 5th house also. So in the Bhava Chalit chart, do check the placement of the Mahadasha Lord, whether it's in that house or it's like moving, shifting to the next or the previous house. This is one of the most important charts in Vedic Astrology. The main reason why most of the time your predictions are not going to be matching, it's because you are only concentrating your energy over the D1 chart or even divisional charts and you are ignoring the Bhava Chalit chart. Because in the Bhava Chalit chart, if I told you Venus is moving in the previous next houses, so it will create a whole lot difference. Like for example, you are born with Venus in Lagna, 1st house, and in the Bhava Chalit chart your Venus is in the 12th house. So it's a total different level of predictions which you can predict by Venus in the 1st and Venus in the 12th. So you understand the importance of that chart. So pay attention towards that Bhava Chalit chart also along with its D9 chart. Look at its strength and dignity. This will help you to go into the more deeper realm of this Venus Dasha. And I hope you have gained some deep insights in this particular video with me. If you are having any queries and consultations with regards to your Dasha transition, you can just drop me an email and I will try my best to get back to you as soon as possible. Also make sure to subscribe my channel below, hit the like button if you really enjoyed this video. And you can send me super thanks also in contribution to my work if you find even like tiny insights in this video with me, and I'm going to meet you very, very soon in the next video. So till then, please take care of yourself and Hare Krishna.